Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 6 in this series between Lin and Yumiko. Game number 5, a real unexpected twist with that Blood Mage first actually getting up to level 6, so we saw the ultimate with the Phoenix dealing damage just by standing next to it and then really never dying if you're able to move back with that one particular egg and then bring it back into play. So very, very strong play right there as we are now moving on into game number 6. Still, Lin does have a 3-2 lead in this series, and we'll see what exactly Yumiko is going to open up with. Won't make the same mistake of fast forwarding to the 2-minute mark, not this time around, as Yumiko has shown some unorthodox play in this series, and we'll see if he continues with that or goes back to that Archmage Beastmaster mass summons that so quickly gets dispelled. Now, Yumiko may decide to go back to that particular strategy, knowing that it is his strongest strategy, even though Lin does seem to have an answer for it. Alright, apparently I'm getting a lot of YouTube messages or something right now. Not quite sure what's happening here. Yumiko is going to go ahead and train up that Archmage there. And it is going to be an Archmage, but without a barracks. That does mean that Yumiko is most likely going for a much faster tier 2 than normal. Will he be able to get to those arcane sanctums? Will he be able to put pressure with a Beastmaster on the Spirit Lodge, the Bestiary, and perhaps those Orc Burrows? Anytime you're able to take down an Orc Burrow, it does reset and slow down an Orc player significantly because he's not able to get that Shadow Hunter and he's not able to train out that many units. Orc Burrow is the weakest part of the Orc building structure, since it does have heavy armor instead of fortified, and it does get taken down relatively fast. Archmage. Now off to the north here, you can see a lumber mill and a farm being added as well, so very much heavily invested into this very what I would call heavy lumber strategy, as we are going to be getting a Ring of Protection +2. The Forest Troll Trapper is going to try to finish off the Water Elemental. Not going to really work though, as the Water Elemental now rounding the corner the other way. Is the Archmage going to be able to get close to level 2? I do not believe so. As a Grunt is now still wandering about here. You can see that the lumber mill is about 90% done now, as the Grunts will not be able to get inside this base. However, there is no arcane tower, and that Grunt is going to have a difficult time trying to chase after this, as the Blade, Blade Master must have a spider sense, knowing that the Archmage must have a spider sense, knowing that the Blade Master is nearby. As you see the Archmage now looking to back off, that Ring of Protection +2, adding in a little bit more durability against that attack damage heavy Blade Master, as the Blade Master now goes after the Ogre Magi. The problem with going lumber mill first for a fast tech is you do not have the necessary footmen to continue creeping. If you do not have the footmen to creep, then you are not going to get to level 2. If you're not going to get to level 2, that means no Brilliance Aura. And with no Brilliance Aura, well, that Archmage is just an overglorified ranged unit without those Water Elementals supporting it. Now, where is the follow-up play going to be? It looks as though it is going to have a Beastmaster pop out here, or some other sort of hero pop out of here in just a moment. You can see that the Dust of Appearance has been picked up, and we should see him pick up a Tavern hero. He could go Fire Lord, he could go Beastmaster. Regardless of what he goes, he does need that Brilliance Aura. Brilliance Aura is so important to try and maintain mana. You can see that the Archmage is still wandering around here, and this does not look good for Yumiko at all. It looks as though he is just trying to aggro creeps every which way. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is at the other end of the map, clearing out creep camps and getting up now to level 2. Alright, let's take a look. It is going to be a Mountain King as the hero. I take it back. Dual Arcane Sanctums with a Mountain King, and the Archmage is going to stay at level 1-4 even longer. This is still rather strange here. There is the attack right there, more Inner Fire being cast, trying to drain out all of that mana. Little does he know that it's actually going to help the Blade Master as well, as, oh wow, aggroing those creeps, the Blade Master taking some bonus damage from the Forest Troll Trappers, and now unable to easily get away. Meanwhile, the Archmage is back off to the north here. He is still wandering around. He is doing his best to just be a very, very big harasser constantly, as he is still taking some extra damage where he shouldn't really be taking any damage at all. Stronghold is already done. The Bestiary and the Voodoo Lounge is done, or is gonna get completed, about halfway done. Shadowhunter about 3/4 of the way done, as the Mountain King is looking to perhaps finish off this one grunt here. That grunt now trying to run around. That grunt is going to be taking, should take a little bit of damage. You see a Mud Golem doing a little bit of fighting back there. Meanwhile, the Archmage is now pulling back once more. Priests are now out onto the field. Sorceress should not be too far behind, as we are heavily invested into this Archmage caster army. All right. Archmage sitting at level 1, Mountain King sitting at level 3. Here we go. We are going to go ahead and try and engage. Archmage could be dropping a water elemental here in just a moment. There you go. Dust of Appearance should be added as well. Militia going to be called over. I believe the Masonry upgrade is not done, and it is not even being upgraded. This is a full-on tower attempt. Meanwhile, the Mountain King does have a Wand of Mana Stealing that will come to be very, very helpful, as the Archmage will get to level 2 there. Archmage now level 2 gets that Brilliance Aura. A lot of mana has been lost, a lot of opportunity and time lost there, as the Blade Master and Shadowhunter should get to level 3 and level 2 respectively. Last Ogre Mauler will get taken down. Blade Master currently sitting at plus 10 damage already. 2 Circlets of Nobility, adding in an Ankh of Reincarnation that could potentially spell some problems. Moving back across here, Blade Master is going to have to deal perhaps with a level 2 Mountain King. No, Ogre Magi is not here, but the level 2 Mountain King will only be able to get an additional bash off. No real extra bonus. Meanwhile, the Shadowhunter should get to level 2, allowing him to cast Healing Wave and Hex. Mountain King is at level 2 as mentioned. Blade Master nearby, gonna get the steal and the Tome of Experience. Big misstep right there. Not getting that Tome of Experience, and that Tome of Experience might be the difference between victory and defeat. Instead of only 40 or 62 experience away from level 3, being 162 experience away from level 3, that is absolutely huge. Level 2 water elementals, that much more powerful. Shadowhunter still wandering around here. Forest Troll still wandering back around. Shadowhunter doing a bit of creeping away from that Blade Master. Blade Master doing whatever he does best with that harassment, as we are looking at adept training for both the priest and those sorceress. This is a wide caster army right here, right now, ready to go. There you can see water elemental coming across, the shockwave going down on a lot of casters there. That will all be healed up fairly fast. Dust of Appearance making sure the Blade Master is not nearby as he gets taken out. Unholy Aura now being given to the Mountain King. This should be fairly helpful, but the Unholy Aura Mountain King now looking to back off. Blade Master coming across, going to find a sorceress. There goes one again, as the Blade Master now slips away once more. Plus 10 damage, 1.2 additional armor. That Blade Master with level 2 Windwalk, dealing doing a good bit of damage here, as the Shadowhunter most likely, still not yet at 3. But I do think Lin will start to strike when that Shadowhunter does in fact get to level 3. Lin so far just adding in those Spirit Walkers, has Disenchant, has the Raiders with Ensnare. You see a pure Spellbreaker or caster army here. Mountain King picking up a Healthstone that could turn out to be extremely beneficial, as the Archmage now gets to level 3. Mountain King is gonna be a little bit shy from level 3. No level 2 Stormbolt at all, as the Forest Troll gets taken down there. Invisible Sorceress now on the move between these, walking around. Blade Master currently illusioned, just holding that location there, keeping track of things, as we now see the army move back off to the north here. Archmage dropping some water elementals, and the casters can only deal damage to the Forest Troll Trapper and the Forest Troll High Priest. Mud Golem and Stone Golem both immune to magic, even though, they have heavy armor. Rock Golem now taken down. It looks as though it was a Mantle of Intelligence +6. No, excuse me, Robe of Magi +6. Mountain King now up to 375 mana. That could turn out to be incredibly useful in this upcoming fight, as the Forest Troll Trapper is just going to be completely ignored. Casters now are invisible once more. Sorceresses, not quite sure what they are doing. We are only at Keep. We are not yet at Castle. Castle, as you remember, we did see Polymorph in game number 5 as well, taking out those units. All right, Murlocs slowly walking back to that position. Mountain King going to see all of this. Gonna thank his opponent for clearing out the majority or lowering the hit points of all of that creep camp there, as the Sorceress is now currently currently keeping track of the rest of the army. All right, Ensnare onto a Null Warden. The Null Warden will give level 4 to that Blade Master. Very important for that level 2 critical strike, dealing extra bits of damage. Once more, Mountain King does have a good bit of mana. Could have thrown a Stormbolt, gets a Stormbolt off onto the Kodo Beast, as we are now going to be looking at a big fight here in just a moment. Militia now being called over. Big, strong push coming in. Unholy Aura with Brilliant Aura. That Archmage is moving around very quickly. Mountain King also has Boots of Speed. Expansion is now in play as well, as that is going to be a big reason to strike. Lin has the economic advantage. Healing Wave coming across. Mountain King now needs to back off. Spellbreakers could be turning around, and here comes the big battle here. Disenchant on the Water Elemental is going to get taken down. There goes a Raider as well. Spellbreakers, more Disenchant being cast across the board, as we're looking at the peasants now looking to just join in on the fight. Grunts are getting focused down here. This is a big deal, as the casters still throwing down more damage as well. This is a big fight so far. Archmage continuing this fight here. Blade Master now going to try and take down a Mountain King. Mountain King low on hit points. He does get a Stormbolt off. He does use the Wand of Mana Stealing and the Health Stone in order to survive a little while longer. Mountain King in a little bit of trouble. Going to turn back around. Is he going to continue to fight here? Going after some more units. Stormbolting. He has plenty of mana. Not quite sure why he isn't using it, as he's going to go ahead and finish off another Spirit Walker. Spellbreaker sitting inside the belly of a Kodo. Priests need to heal up that Mountain King, and very, very quickly, as we're going to see all of these peons now in retreat. Lin is in serious trouble here. 56 over 70 supply compared to 54 over 66. But the majority of that is going to be in an additional peasants or peons. Excuse me, as the Mountain King finishes off there. Archmage now sitting at level 4. Level 2 Brilliant Aura has been teched, most likely, yes. Level 2 Water Elementals walking around. Mountain King still has a lot of mana to deal with. Stormbolts should be flying out freely. Not quite sure why we don't see them, as the Blade Master now keeps track here. Alright, Mountain King, still plenty of mana, not Stormbolting. Finally going after a Grunt. A Healing Wave cooldown coming across. No cooldown on that Stormbolt again. The Mountain King should be really using all of that mana pretty freely, using another Stormbolt there. Potion of Invulnerability used now by... Oh, no! Hexed! Hexed, and the Mountain King gets taken down. No Potion of Invulnerability, and that could be the beginning of the end. There you have it. Lin gives the GG, as the Mountain King is removed from the fight, and that was the end of that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 6 in the series. Lin taking down Yumiko with a well-timed Hex Ensnare on a Mountain King. The Potion of Invulnerability was not used. Critical strike, melting away all of those precious hit points. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.